You've been talking to a man for weeks, and despite all the sparks, something feels off. You're unsure if he's truly invested. But what if I told you that with just 5 words, you can completely change his perception of you, deepen his connection, and make him feel addicted to your presence, ready to unlock the power of your words? Stay with me. In relationships, words hold immense power. The right words can make or break a connection. When a woman knows how to speak from a place of confidence, emotional intelligence, and genuine desire, men can't help but be drawn to her. Today, I'm going to show you 5 words that will make any man feel magnetically attracted to you. Words that hold the key to creating a deeper, more meaningful bond. When a woman tells a man, "I value your opinion," she's not just offering a compliment, but she's opening a door to a deeper connection that is rooted in respect and mutual understanding. The importance of this phrase lies in its ability to make a man feel seen and heard, something that goes far beyond surface level interaction. Every individual, man or woman, wants to feel like their thoughts matter, especially in relationships. Men in particular have a natural desire to be acknowledged for their intellect, their perspectives, and their ideas. When you tell him, "I value your opinion," you are validating his role in the relationship. You're saying that his thoughts are important, not just to you, but in shaping the direction of your relationship or even the life decisions you both make together. Think about it. In a world where many men feel the pressure to provide, perform, and always have the right answers, the act of simply valuing what they say can be transformative. By acknowledging his opinion, you are giving him a sense of emotional security and letting him know that his voice holds weight in the relationship. In this moment, you aren't just listening to him. You're recognizing his insights as integral to your shared journey. This is what men crave in their relationships: validation of their intelligence, wisdom, and ability to contribute meaningfully to a partnership. However, this phrase doesn't just operate on the surface level. It sends a message of equality too. It's a recognition that the relationship isn't one-sided. You are not only expecting him to listen to your thoughts, but you are genuinely interested in his. You are saying, in essence, that you see him as an equal partner in decision-making, in shaping the course of your lives together. It speaks volumes about your confidence as a woman and your ability to form a partnership built on mutual respect. Men are attracted to women who know their worth, but they are equally drawn to those who show respect for theirs. A woman who values his opinion is one who trusts him, who sees him not as a support role, but as a key player in building a future. This creates a balanced dynamic where both partners feel respected, valued, and essential to the relationship. In practice, these words can have an immediate effect on the emotional chemistry between you. Imagine a scenario where you're in a conversation about a tough decision, or maybe even something lighthearted like where to go for a weekend getaway. When you express that you value his opinion, you're not only making him good in that moment, but you're building a foundation of emotional closeness. You're signaling that you're not just looking for someone to agree with you or follow your lead. You want him to actively participate, to bring his thoughts, and to engage with you on a deeper, more intellectual level. It's about fostering a connection that isn't just physical or superficial, but one where you and he can truly meet as equals, exchanging ideas, discussing dreams, and co-creating a life together. Furthermore, saying, "I value your opinion," gives him a sense of pride. It boosts his confidence and reinforces his belief in his ability to contribute meaningfully to your relationship and life in general. Men thrive on being seen as capable, wise, and reliable. When you value his opinion, you're affirming that he possesses those qualities. It's a subtle yet powerful gesture that makes him feel more connected to you and more invested in making the relationship work. He begins to feel a stronger sense of responsibility and care, not because you demand it, but because you've shown him that his contributions are essential to your shared experience. This phrase also holds the potential to transform not just how you communicate, but the overall atmosphere of your relationship. It fosters a space where open, honest communication thrives. It encourages a man to express himself more freely, knowing that his words are not just heard, but genuinely appreciated. Over time, this creates an emotional cycle. By valuing his opinion, you encourage more open dialogue, and with each conversation, the connection between you deepens. The more a man feels that his thoughts are respected, the more he is likely to engage emotionally and intellectually with you, creating a bond that is far more meaningful than one based solely on physical attraction. In relationships, these small moments of validation can have lasting impacts. The words, "I value your opinion," are simple yet profound. They go beyond merely acknowledging his ideas. They recognize his worth as a person, and they place him on an emotional pedestal where he feels trusted, appreciated, and capable. For a man, hearing this phrase isn't just about a momentary ego boost. It speaks to his very sense of identity in the relationship. It makes him feel like he's playing a crucial role, not just in your life, but in the life you're building together. Ultimately, these 5 words are more than just words. They are a reflection of the deep respect and admiration you have for him. They are a subtle but powerful tool for creating an environment where both partners feel valued, heard, and emotionally secure. When you speak these words with genuine sincerity, you set the stage for a relationship that is rooted in respect, trust, and true partnership. An environment where a man will not just be drawn to you, but will be eager to invest in you, to listen to you, and to contribute to the future you're both creating. When a woman tells a man, "I appreciate your effort," she's doing something profound. She's not just acknowledging his actions in a moment of recognition. She's validating his commitment to the relationship. This simple phrase holds immense power because it taps into something very deep within a man's psyche. The need to feel that his contributions are valued. Men, much like women, want to feel that what they bring to the table, whether it's something big like working long hours to provide, or something smaller like going out of his way to do something thoughtful. The act of expressing appreciation for his effort speaks to the heart of his desire to be seen as a valuable partner. When you say, "I appreciate your effort," you're not just thanking him for what he does. You're telling him that you notice the time, energy, and thought he's putting into the relationship. This can be incredibly empowering for him. In a world where men often feel pressured to be providers, protectors, and fixers, they can sometimes struggle with feeling truly acknowledged. While society often places a lot of emphasis on women's emotional needs and the validation they receive, men too have a deep-seated desire for affirmation, especially from those they care about most. When you express appreciation for his effort, it strengthens his sense of purpose and his role in your life, making him feel like a hero in his own story, and ultimately in your shared story. Moreover, when a man hears these words from a woman, it often has the effect of spurring him on. Men thrive on motivation, and knowing that his effort is appreciated drives him to do more, to be better, and to show up consistently. It encourages him to keep contributing, not out of obligation or duty, but because he genuinely feels that his actions are making a difference in the relationship. This doesn't mean that he's performing just for praise, but rather that the relationship becomes a space where he feels a sense of pride in what he brings to the table. The more a man feels that his effort is valued, the more likely he is to go the extra mile, whether it's through small acts of kindness or significant gestures. It's important to recognize that men, like women, want to know that their efforts are not taken for granted. Whether he's working hard to provide for the family, planning a special night out, or even doing everyday tasks around the house, the fact that you notice and appreciate his efforts sends a powerful message. It reassures him that you don't just see him as someone who is supposed to act a certain way or fulfill certain roles. You see him as an individual with his own strengths, weaknesses, and contributions that enrich the relationship. When you express gratitude for his effort, you are cultivating an environment of mutual respect. This is a key element for any successful partnership, recognizing each other's value and efforts, regardless of how big or small they may seem. One of the most attractive qualities in a relationship is the sense that both partners are invested in each other's well-being. By acknowledging his effort, you make it clear that you are fully aware of what he's doing to contribute to your shared life. This creates a sense of security and emotional safety in the relationship because he knows that his commitment is being seen and appreciated. It's not just about the grand gestures, but also the everyday actions that he takes to show love, care, and responsibility. And when you acknowledge those, it creates a deeper emotional bond as he feels that his investment in the relationship is being reciprocated with recognition and this phrase, it also fosters a culture of positivity in the relationship. Rather than focusing on what's lacking or what needs to be done, expressing appreciation shifts the focus to what is already working well. It reinforces the idea that good things are happening and that both partners are contributing to the success of the relationship. It highlights the positives, making both of you feel more connected and motivated to continue building something special together. When you say, "I appreciate your effort," you are creating a ripple effect. It influences the dynamic of your relationship, encouraging both partners to maintain a healthy cycle of gratitude, recognition, and mutual support. Over time, expressing appreciation for his effort can lead to a stronger emotional connection. The more a man feels valued for his contributions, the more he will invest in the relationship. It makes him feel wanted, not just for what he can provide, but for who he is as a person. It deepens the emotional bond because it shows that you care about more than just what he can do for you. It shows that you care about his growth, his happiness, and his personal journey. This creates a relationship where both partners are actively working together to nurture each other's success, not just as individuals, but as a couple. By frequently using this phrase, you begin to establish a culture of appreciation and respect in your relationship. It becomes a foundation on which both of you can build your partnership, knowing that you are seen, valued, and supported. Man, just like women need this emotional encouragement to feel good about themselves and the relationship they are cultivating. When you say, "I appreciate your effort," you're doing more than just offering praise. You are strengthening the emotional connection between you and reinforcing the belief that together you can face anything and continue growing stronger with each passing day. When a woman says to a man, "You make me feel safe," she's expressing something incredibly profound. It's not just a simple compliment. It's a declaration that he provides emotional security and comfort in a way that few others can. This phrase taps into one of the deepest and most primal needs within a man, the need to protect, support, and create a sense of safety for those he cares about. It's a powerful affirmation that his presence in your life is essential. By telling him that he makes you feel safe, you're acknowledging the emotional space he creates for you. And it's a declaration that you trust him on a fundamental level. Safety in a relationship goes beyond just physical protection. It's emotional, psychological, and even spiritual safety. Men want to know that they are not only capable of keeping you safe in terms of the tangible world, but that they also provide a sanctuary for your emotions and vulnerabilities. When a woman expresses, "You make me feel safe," she's affirming that he is someone she can rely on. Someone who creates an environment where she feels secure, supported, and cherished. This doesn't mean he has to fix everything or solve every problem, but it means he's there for her, offering reassurance, presence, and understanding in times of uncertainty. This is incredibly powerful for men as it validates their role as a protector and caretaker, and it also provides them with a sense of purpose in the relationship. This phrase also works to build a deeper emotional connection between both partners. When you tell him, "You make me feel safe," you are giving him an emotional anchor. You're showing him that his actions and his presence have a direct impact on your well-being, and this can be an incredibly motivating force for him. Men often thrive on the feeling that their efforts are directly helping those they love. By reassuring him that he makes you feel safe, you're giving him a sense of pride and fulfillment that comes from knowing he's providing something valuable to the relationship. This can motivate him to continue showing up in ways that deepen the bond between you. For men, hearing "you make me feel safe" is a confirmation that their efforts are not only seen but deeply appreciated. It reinforces the idea that being emotionally present, protective, and supportive is what makes him indispensable in your life. Men often derive a sense of self-worth from knowing they are needed and valued for their qualities beyond just what they do. By telling him that he makes you feel safe, you're acknowledging his emotional strength and his ability to create an atmosphere where it's a powerful compliment that reminds him that he doesn't just have a role in your life. He's integral to your sense of peace and emotional stability. Another critical aspect of this phrase is its ability to foster trust. Trust is the cornerstone of any healthy relationship. And when you express that he makes you feel safe, you're signaling that you trust him completely, not just with your physical well-being, but with your heart. Trust is built on consistent actions and emotional reliability. Men want to know that they can be trusted to show up when needed, to provide comfort when you are vulnerable, and to be a steady presence when life gets challenging. By saying, "You make me feel safe," you are affirming that he has earned your trust in this way. This can deepen the bond between you and create an environment where both of you feel confident that your emotional needs will be met, no matter what challenges arise. Moreover, this phrase is not just a compliment. It's a statement of emotional intimacy. Feeling safe with a partner means that you are emotionally vulnerable with them, that you are willing to share your most authentic self without fear of being judged or criticized. This allows for deep connection and understanding. By telling him that he makes you feel safe, you're signaling that you trust him enough to be your true self, flaws, insecurities, and all. It encourages him to do the same, opening the door for him to express his vulnerabilities, fears, and desires as well. This creates a dynamic of mutual emotional vulnerability, which strengthens the relationship and deepens the sense of intimacy between you. In essence, telling a man, "You make me feel safe," does more than just make him feel good in the moment. It reinforces the emotional and psychological foundation of your relationship. It shows that you trust him, value his contributions, and recognize his ability to provide both security and peace. It's a recognition of the unique role he plays in your life, and it encourages him to continue showing up with strength, love, and commitment. It fosters a deeper connection, one that is built on mutual trust, respect, and the understanding that both partners create a safe space for one another to grow, thrive, and face life's challenges together. When a woman says to a man, "I respect your boundaries," she's communicating a profound understanding of one of the most fundamental aspects of any healthy relationship: the need for personal space, autonomy, and mutual respect. This phrase is a recognition that both partners are individuals with their own needs, limits, and emotional landscapes, and that these must be honored if a relationship is to thrive. It's an acknowledgement that a relationship is not about merging into one entity, but rather about two people coming together while maintaining their individuality, autonomy, and sense of self. Respecting boundaries is not just about physical space. It's about emotional, psychological, and even social boundaries. Everyone has different comfort levels with intimacy, communication, alone time, and other aspects of a relationship. When a woman says, "I respect your boundaries," she is signaling that she understands this and is committed to honoring his needs for space, time, and individuality. For men, this can be an incredibly powerful affirmation because they often value their personal boundaries as a way to maintain their sense of self. Men, like women, have their own emotional rhythms and ways of processing the world. By acknowledging and respecting these boundaries, you're demonstrating that you understand and accept him fully, not for what he can do for you, but for who he is as a person. One of the most important aspects of respecting boundaries is the trust it builds. When you tell a man that you respect his boundaries, you're reinforcing the idea that the relationship is built on mutual trust and understanding. In any relationship, boundaries are there to ensure that both partners feel safe, heard, and valued. Boundaries protect emotional and mental well-being. And when they are respected, both people can feel confident that they can express their true selves without fear of judgment or violation. This creates a dynamic where both partners can be vulnerable and authentic, knowing that their needs for space, time, and respect will be honored. This, in turn, fosters a deeper emotional connection and a stronger sense of mutual respect. Respecting boundaries also means that you are not trying to control or manipulate the other person. It's an understanding that each partner in a relationship has the right to their own thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. When a woman says, "I respect your boundaries," she is expressing that she values his individuality and does not expect him to fit into a mold or meet her every need. She is accepting him for who he is with all his quirks, desires, and limits. This is incredibly empowering for men, as it frees them from the pressure of having to constantly meet someone else's expectations. Men, like women, want to be accepted for who they are, not for who someone else wants them to be. By respecting his boundaries, you're showing that you appreciate him as an individual, not just as a partner who exists to fulfill your emotional needs. In a relationship, boundaries are often a reflection of deeper emotional needs and desires. A man's boundaries might be shaped by past experiences, personal values, or his need for independence. When you respect these boundaries, you're signaling that you understand the importance of these needs in maintaining a healthy, balanced dynamic. For example, if he values his time alone to recharge after a long day, respecting that need not only honors his emotional well-being, but also demonstrates that you are attuned to his emotional needs. This doesn't mean withdrawing from the relationship, but rather giving him the space to maintain his sense of self, which in turn strengthens the relationship. It shows that you are not dependent on him to meet all your emotional needs, but that you understand the importance of balance in a healthy relationship. Respecting boundaries also has a significant impact on communication within the relationship. When both partners feel their boundaries are respected, they are more likely to communicate openly and honestly. They are less likely to feel defensive or triggered because they know that their thoughts, feelings, and needs will be taken seriously. This creates an environment of safety where both people can express themselves freely without fear of being dismissed or ignored. This level of open communication is essential for resolving conflicts, deepening emotional intimacy, and fostering a sense of partnership. When you tell him that you respect his boundaries, you're not only fostering better communication, but also encouraging him to be more honest and open with you about his own needs and desires. For men, hearing "I respect your boundaries" is an affirmation of their value and autonomy. Men, like women, do not want to feel controlled or confined in a relationship. They want to feel like their own identity is honored and that they can be both a part of the relationship and an individual at the same time. By respecting his boundaries, you are allowing him to show up in the relationship as his authentic self without fear of losing his individuality. This fosters a sense of self-worth and emotional security, as he knows that his boundaries are not only respected but appreciated. Respecting boundaries also creates a sense of balance and harmony in the relationship. It allows both partners to grow and develop as individuals, while also coming together to share experiences, build intimacy, and support each other. When boundaries are respected, both people are able to thrive both individually and as a couple. There's no feeling of suffocation or pressure to constantly meet each other's needs, which creates a healthier and more sustainable dynamic. Each partner feels empowered to be their best selves, knowing that their space and emotional. In the long term, respecting boundaries is a cornerstone of a lasting, fulfilling relationship. It prevents resentment from building up because both partners feel heard, valued, and understood. It creates a space where Both people can thrive emotionally and mentally, and where they feel comfortable expressing their true selves without fear of judgment. When you say, "I respect your boundaries," you are reinforcing the idea that the relationship is built on mutual understanding and care. You're not trying to control him, but rather allowing the space for both of you to grow together with love, respect, and trust. In the end, this phrase is a powerful testament to the emotional intelligence and maturity within the relationship. It shows that you understand the importance of personal boundaries in creating a healthy, thriving relationship. It's a statement of respect, trust, and love. When a woman says, "Respect your boundaries," she is communicating that she sees him as a whole person with his own needs, desires, and space. And she values all of it. This deepens the emotional connection and sets the stage for a balanced, healthy, and mutually fulfilling partnership. When a woman tells a man, "I'm proud of you," she is expressing more than just admiration or approval. She is acknowledging his hard work, his achievements, and the effort he's put into pursuing his goals and aspirations. These 4 words carry with them a sense of validation and recognition that resonate deeply within a man. Men, like women, thrive on feeling recognized for their efforts, especially when they are striving to achieve something significant. Whether it's related to his career, personal growth, family responsibilities, or his journey toward becoming a better partner, hearing "I'm proud of you" affirms his value and the importance of his contributions to the relationship and the world around him. One of the most powerful aspects of this phrase is that it acknowledges his growth. When a woman says, "I'm proud of you," she is validating his journey. Men more than often feel pressure to perform, to prove their worth through accomplishments, successes, and their ability to meet expectations. It's a part of the identity they cultivate, especially in a society that often defines a man's value based on what he achieves. By telling him that you are proud of him, you are affirming not just what he's done, but who he is. You're recognizing the courage, resilience, and determination it took to get to where he is. This kind of recognition creates a sense of emotional fulfillment, allowing him to feel that his efforts are not only seen, but appreciated on a deeper level. The phrase "I'm proud of you" also has the power to build confidence and self-esteem in a man. Men often internalize the idea that they have to prove their worth to those around them, especially in relationships. They want to know that their efforts matter and that the people they care about value the work they do, whether it's in their career or personal lives. By offering this praise, you are reinforcing that the work he's doing is significant and that you recognize and value the person he is becoming. This can be incredibly empowering because it strengthens his sense of purpose and identity within the relationship. When he knows that you are proud of him, he is more likely to continue striving to be the best version of himself, not just for you, but for himself as well. Additionally, when you express pride in him, you're creating a deeper emotional bond. Pride is an emotional reflection of love and support. It goes beyond simple admiration to convey a sense of deep respect and gratitude. Men want to feel that their partners respect them, not just for what they can provide, but for their character, their strengths, and their ability to overcome challenges. "I'm proud of you" signals that you are proud not just of his achievements, but of who he is. It shows that you see him as a multifaceted individual, one who is more than just his accomplishments or successes. This kind of validation strengthens his emotional connection with you because he knows that you respect him on a fundamental level. It's also important to note that this phrase creates a sense of emotional security in the relationship. Feeling proud of someone doesn't just acknowledge their achievements. It also conveys a deep sense of support, which can create a safe emotional for men, knowing that they have a partner who is proud of them, who believes in them, and who recognizes their efforts provides a solid foundation for emotional safety. This kind of emotional security is vital in relationships because it creates a space where both partners can thrive. It also encourages growth, knowing that there is someone who will stand by you through both successes and setbacks. Moreover, expressing pride in a man also shows that you are attuned to his personal journey. Men often strive for personal growth and improvement, whether it's learning new skills, becoming better partners, or working through past challenges. By telling him you're proud of him, you're signaling that you are actively engaged in his journey and that you care about his development as much as his destination. This creates a sense of partnership that is built on mutual respect and care. It lets him know that you see him as someone who is evolving, someone who is actively working on bettering himself, and that you are invested in that process. Another powerful effect of this phrase is that it reinforces positive behavior. When a man hears, "I'm proud of you," he is more likely to continue making positive choices and working toward his goals. People are naturally motivated by positive reinforcement, and this is no different in relationships. By acknowledging his progress and expressing pride in his efforts, you encourage him to keep going, to keep striving for the things that matter most to him. It doesn't just motivate him to continue pushing toward his goals, but it also reinforces the positive behaviors and attitudes that make him a better partner, friend, and individual. It's also essential to realize that expressing pride in him goes beyond merely congratulating him for his accomplishments. It reflects an appreciation for the effort in the process, not just the outcome. In relationships, it's easy to focus only on tangible achievements, like career success or financial stability, but the process is just as important. When you say, "I'm proud of you," you're acknowledging the journey he's taken to get there, the setbacks, the struggles, and the resilience he's shown. This builds a deeper connection because it shows you understand not just the result, but the effort and persistence that went into achieving it. It shows you see the fullness of his experience, and you respect the man he is becoming ultimately. Telling a man, "I'm proud of you," is more than just offering praise. It is a deep emotional gesture that strengthens the relationship on many levels. It recognizes his efforts, validates his growth, and encourages him to continue striving for greatness. It communicates support, admiration, and respect, reinforcing the notion that he is seen, valued, and loved for who he is and what he does. In a world where men can often feel overlooked or undervalued, hearing these words can be transformative, fostering a sense of pride, confidence, and motivation. When you say, "I'm proud of you," you're not just celebrating his achievements. You're celebrating the journey, the growth, and the person he is becoming. This affirmation can inspire him to keep growing, keep pushing forward, and to continue to be the best version of himself, both for you and for himself.